Yo guys, what's going on? Bonzi-chan here, back at you with another video. And today we got two new supporters and what's going to be our Burning Shadows revealed. One was revealed earlier in the week and one was revealed this morning. The first one that was revealed earlier this week is actually Guzma, or Guzman, or however you want to say it. But basically what he does is that he you choose one, you switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. So basically, just like Lysander, but you also have to switch one of your Pokemon with your active. So you get to choose which Pokemon your opponent has to switch into, and then you get to choose into one of yours. They're obviously advertised next to Gallispod, which is cool and all, but I think there's better ways of getting Gallispod in and out. Guzman, I think, is going to be a staple card in every deck, especially once we lose Lysander in rotation. In Expanded, I think Guzman versus Lysander is going to be a judgment call based off your kind of deck. I do like Guzman, though. It's a nice way to get a Lysander-like effect into the game without just straight up copying Lysander. It's going to force you to have to build up a backup attacker onto your deck, or follow up with a card like Switch, or switch into a card with free retreat, so that way you can retreat back into the attacker that you were using. So overall, I think Guzman's a very healthy addition to the game, and I really like this card a lot. It's going to promote, building up multiple attackers rather than just building up one attacker and then just trying to sweep the game that way. So overall, I like this card. I can't wait to see the full art. I hope he has like some wacky facial expression on his face. I think that'd be awesome. So yeah, guys, this card's been really good. Definitely pick it up, especially if you were playing in Standard. If you're Expanded, I think, though, Lysander's probably been a go-to option for a long time. And then the second supporter we got here was Pulmarina. That sounds right. I don't know how to say her name, actually, to be honest. Another Team Skull character from Sun and Moon. And this card is you discard 2 cards from your hand in order to play it. And then the effect is you get a discard 1 energy card attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So, immediately right away you might be thinking of Team Flare Grunt when you see this, a worse Team Flare Grunt. I don't see it as a worse Team Flare Grunt. Team Flare Grunt has the condition that you have to do it off the active, while this one you can pick any Pokemon. So, like, for example, if you're going to take a knockout on your opponent's active, but they have a backup attacker sitting on their bench, you can use this to discard the energy off the backup attacker and then take the KO on the active, thus having to force your opponent to have to hit that next energy card onto your opponent's forcing your opponent to have to hit that next energy onto their active. There's some interesting use cases with this card, though. Oops, my face came off. Not mean to do that. There are some interesting use cases with this card, though. For example, with Volcanion, it could be really nice to discard your fire energies in the early game to accelerate your Volcanion fire energy from the discard pile. Another interesting thing you can do with this is with Aqua Patch, discarding your water energies to accelerate again. You can also use this with in Expanded. You can do this with Execute, the propagation one, to get those executes out of your hand. Overall, I think there are a lot of use cases for this card that are there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of how should you say, a lot of synergy with this card. There are times with Darkrai, but I don't really think that's really a good example. I think discarding energies is really nice because the energies always function well at the discard pile. You can discard other supporters to use with VS Secret on the following turn. You can use it to discard what's a Pokemon that functions really well at the discard pile in the format right now. You can, mostly comes back down to energy, because there's a lot of energy recycling from the discard pile. Currently, we don't have a lot of ways to recycle Pokemon other than like Rescue Stretcher, and then we don't really have a way of recycling item cards in Standard. So it's kind of, I think this card is, whether you play this or Team Flare Grunt, is really going to be dependent upon the meta that you are in. If it's all about building up one big attacker, Team Flare Grunt is obviously better. But if the meta moves into a way where your opponent's gonna have multiple attackers, Pulmarina is definitely better. Also, this Sylveon's gonna love this card. They're gonna play 4 of these and 14 Flare Grunts and 3 Delinquents and just ruin your hand. Along with Team Skull Grunt, they're just gonna have a field day with this card. But it doesn't really solve the inherent issues that Sylveon has. You know, they don't really have a way of killing you. They have knocking you out. They just have ways to stall you, which is kind of what makes the deck good and bad at the same time. Sylveon also suffers from the fact that it's heavily reliant on its pilot, and we have yet to see Sylveon make a big success at a regional, even at a regional level. Another deck that would probably like this card a lot is Drampa Garbodor, just to delay them. They can use this to get rid of your bench energy and then discard the active energy with Drampa. But overall, this card's really nice. I like what it's bringing to the format. So yeah, I wonder what the floor is going to look like, because she was not a very appealing character in the game in terms of personality wise. We'll have to wait and see what she looks like though in a full art form. Let me know what you guys think about these 2 cards in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, guys. Peace out.
I don't even know how to say his name.
Vincino?
Snivy? Servine? Energy Reset?